This past week I've caught a cold and I've been trying to rest as much as I can. This was probably due to overdoing it a little since I spent a lot of time working, editing, and lost a lot of sleep. I think this is one side of things that people often don't recognize when it comes to following your passion. Whether you're a photographer or you own a restaurant or simply trying to start a blog, more often than not, if you want to succeed, you have to make a lot of sacrifices. See, when people hear the word sacrifices, they generally think about things such as eating less junk food or cooking at home, and perhaps cutting back on spending here and there. All those things are sacrifices, yes, but I feel that this particular topic is often just brushed over and people don't want to acknowledge the harsh truth behind it. I'm guessing the reason for this is because sacrifices are subjective. To one person, saying no to a night out with friends is the hardest thing, while to another, it's no big deal since they prefer to spend time alone. Maybe someone really likes waking up early while others dread it. Another reason I think is that people see sacrifices as being temporary, but in reality, these happen every day. I often think about and realize all the things that I consider sacrifices that I've made for my goals. Getting sick in order to produce a video on time for me is a sacrifice to my health. I don't enjoy being sick and constantly coughing. I've had friends ask me to come out late at night and party with them, and due to having a gig the next morning and wanting to perform my best, I would often have to turn it down. But see, some people think they can do both while I don't. And that doesn't mean that I don't want to go. And sometimes I feel that people can misinterpret my intentions. In a sense, that in itself is also a sacrifice. Another big sacrifice I make is to not buy a lot of clothes. Although I would often feel out of place due to not having something new and fresh to wear, I would never regret having spent my money on high quality gear. Nonetheless, these are all small sacrifices that will pay off over time, but can also take a huge toll on you. The truth behind sacrifices is that no one else can make them for you, and no one else will see them. You have to choose which sacrifices you're willing to make, and when it comes time to decide, you have to understand that regardless of the choice you make, there will always be something you have to forgo. Always. Every time this happens, I try to think about the results and how those will make me feel. Having put in the work while saying no to things I want in order to make a better final product, to me is something I can really enjoy afterwards. It's something I can be proud of and, in the end, increases its value. So tell me, which sacrifices are you willing to make?